let's jump straight into it. So, a little background on me. If you don't know who I am, I'm Maryjane. I am on a mission to visit every country in the world. I'm more than halfway done. I've been to over 120 countries. Right now, I'm in beautiful Iceland, and I was just suspended on Instagram. You might ask yourself, why, Maryjane? What did you do to be suspended on Instagram? I'll tell you. But first, I'll back it up a little bit. Okay, so a little bit about me. I love danger, I love challenge, I love living on the edge. I traveled Ukraine by myself just this past September during the war. I went to the border and asked the military myself if I could come in. I went to Afghanistan twice by myself, post-Taliban takeover. The first time I went was in November of last year. The second time I went was just this February of this year. I went by myself. I'm the youngest female to visit Afghanistan by myself. I am a professional skydiver. I love danger. I love living life on the edge, if you will. I also am into challenging narratives, because something I learned about traveling the world is the world says one thing and the truth is the opposite. I find this with so many, I know this is true. There is agendas and there's propaganda, and the truth is usually not the most popular. Usually it's the opposite of what everyone thinks and feels in 2023 in this world. It even says that in the Bible, that right is wrong and wrong is right in the world. So I find myself with this platform, and I wanted to use it to speak against narratives, to really challenge what people say and be like, hey, you might not be right about this. Hey, the media might be wrong about this, because they probably are. Lies sell, certain narratives sell, and so what I wanted to do is go find out the truth for myself. I wanted to be somebody who doesn't just go along with what people say, but I go find out for myself and form up my opinion that way. So yeah, somebody asked me on my Instagram, hey Maryjane, I'm looking for a honeymoon destination. Where should I go on my honeymoon? And I kindly replied and put on my story that I suggested they go to Afghanistan for their honeymoon. And I was 100% serious when I said that. And I was met with a lot of backlash, but I already have tons of videos of me saying how much I love Afghanistan. But I was just saying that it's a beautiful place and that the people are very nice, and that it's a misunderstood country. That's all I was saying. It's a beautiful place. I met tons of Taliban. Yeah, sure, some of them are bad. And yeah, sure, some of them are not so bad. That's all I was saying. All the ones I met were so sweet, so kind, and people were like, oh, they're putting on a show for you. Putting on a show for who? Afghanistan's putting on a show for Maryjane Byram? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They didn't know who I was when I first went. Absolutely not. Putting on a show. They don't know who I am from a can of paint. So, and I was saying how, well, if you're worried about danger, you'll be in more trouble in the United States. I was just in Philadelphia the other day visiting my aunt. So I was there visiting my aunt, and I was there with my brother, who has a nice car, and she was saying, don't go down that street, you could get shot. Don't go down that street, they might take your car. Don't go down this street, you guys have nice stuff on, you might be shot or killed for your stuff. Or in Philly, you can get shot for wearing certain colors or wearing certain brands, or you could just be shot just because you're walking down the street and someone decides to shoot you. Yeah, actually, when I was in Philly that day, someone had got shot in the back of the head, a 16-year-old boy just walking home from school. And I was listening to the mayor the other day, and he was saying that every single day there has been a shooting in Philly this year, which is nothing new. Philly is way smaller than Afghanistan, and that's one city in America. Because guess how many shootings there have been this year in Afghanistan? 0. They don't have any. Guess how many thefts? It doesn't happen. You know why? Because if you steal something in Afghanistan, they're going to cut your hand off. Nobody wants to get their hand cut off, so they don't steal. There is a lot more peace and harmony in Afghanistan, and that's all I was saying. Does bad stuff go on? 100%. 100%. That's every country. So I'm just saying, as America, I don't understand how America sits on a high horse and looks down at Afghanistan, because I'm like, sweep your porch first. That's all I'm saying. Because pound for pound, America is way more dangerous than Afghanistan, period, by square miles. Why do we talk so bad about Afghanistan when we have all these issues? It's like, we need to sweep our porch first, and we can't be sitting on any high horse, because Afghanistan does not have these kind of problems. They don't have shootings they don't just shoot you because you have on a certain color. They don't. And the crazy thing is, like, everyone has a gun there. Not everyone, but the Taliban, they all have guns, but they don't really use them. They're there for authority, because they don't really have a government, so they need the gun to kind of, listen, I'm not trying to defend their way of life. All I'm saying is, pound for pound, America's more dangerous. So if you're afraid of being killed, you're in more danger in the US, period. They don't have school shootings, they don't kill their young. They don't, for no reason, no. So if you're looking for a nice honeymoon destination, you can go to Afghanistan if you want to. That's all I was saying. I wasn't inciting any violence. I wasn't really even telling anyone to go to Afghanistan. I never tell anybody to do anything I'm doing. I'm just showing you what I'm doing and then giving you my perspective. And it's interesting because people that are sitting on their futon will tell me about Afghanistan who've never left the futon and watch Netflix every day. But you're telling me about Afghanistan. So it's really interesting. Okay, tell me more. Tell me more. I didn't go twice. No one knew who I was. The second time I went, people knew who I was because of my videos. But the first time I went, nobody knew who I was. No one's putting on a show. I wasn't asking anybody any questions. I wasn't interviewing anybody. I'm not a journalist. I wasn't like, can you tell me? I'm Maryjane. I'm here speaking on behalf of Afghanistan. Can you tell me about... I wasn't doing it. I was just walking around. And I was wearing a hijab and covered. Sometimes people didn't even know I was from another country because they weren't looking at me. I was observing life. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. So anyways, if you want to listen, I have so much more to say. I have so much more to say. So much more to say. So if you want to watch my live stream, I'm going live tonight at 10 p.m. EST. If you want to watch, trying to get this video up early enough so you can watch tonight, 10 p.m. EST, which will be 2 a.m. Icelandic time, but I'm going to go live at 2 a.m. so that I can be at a proper time for you guys in the US, because I know majority of you guys there. If you want to hear me go on and on and on about a lot of stuff more, I have so much to say. I have so much to say. And so I'm going to do it on a live stream setting. Support in case Instagram kicks me off for being pro-Afghanistan. And that's it, I think. That's it. See you guys in my next one. And yeah, I would say follow me on Instagram, but it's suspended for 24 hours.